I was born from the good stuff. Oh, the gods gave me a lot of a good love. Don't be afraid, babe, about the losers to talk about. Don't be afraid, babe, about the losers to talk about. This is the chorus of the council book. This is the envy that I have to pay for the music of my way, baby. Parasitic things, they were my dad wanna see me fall. These parasitic things, they wanna see me, they wanna see me fall. This poet is my coach, cause the ugly stupid wanna roll the wall.
¿Necesitas dinero extra para una urgencia, un viaje, remodelar tu casa o emprender un negocio? Si eres trabajador de gobierno, CEP, CECITE, IMSS, CENTE, ISSSTE o Pensión Ley, ya tienes un crédito preautorizado de hasta 350,000 pesos. Llámanos, Asesor Financiero Claudia. Trabajamos con las mejores financieras del país para ofrecerte el mejor crédito a los mejores plazos, para que logres alcanzar tus sueños y tus metas. No lo pienses más. Asesor Financiero Claudia es la solución. Marca ahora al 771-404-4417 o al 771-126-8520. Tu asesor financiero Claudia, cerca de ti.
En Lengua Tóxica tenemos lo que tú necesitas: arte, cultura, deporte, diversión. Ven, acércate con nosotros. lenguatoxica.com y lenguatoxicaradio.com.
Hello, good night. How are you? I'm happy to see you. Well, we are starting to learn right now. I'm gonna assign you a task. I hope you do it and you leave it on your commentaries. On last sessions, 2-3 weeks ago, you can watch in our Facebook page, English Speakers. We had the invitation of our friend Malagasy poetess Lubayanja, and she read some of her poems, and they were very beautiful, and they were about love. One of them about the winter. It was very sweet, very tender. And well, in that same line, I haven't received another participations from you. So I'm gonna talk a little about something I read about recently, and that is the task for you, that you guess what is the book that I will talk about. I will tell you the author. The author is Helen Fisher, and she is an anthropologist, and she says, well, she studies the genetical behavior of us like animals, and she studies how is flirting between animals and how is the resemblance on the practices on flirting that we have. So one of the things she explains is that when lovers get to know each other, they maybe start talking, and of course they are interested in one another, and suddenly one starts to imitate the movements of the other one. So it shows up some kind of reflection behavior, and in one moment there is some kind of dance, or in many cases there is also the ritual of inviting a couple to dance. So it's very important for flirting. Helen Fisher tells us that there must be like an implicit rhythm between the couple. So I found this very interesting. She says that this dancing and also the rhythm in singing, because she says that singing is also something common between animals in the flirting occasions they have. So well, I find this very curious, and of course, because I like poetry, I think that this is very relevant, because she says that the care and the attention and the kind of communication one has to develop was one of the reasons for the development of language in general. So that's why we entitled this program Universal Language. And the topic everybody is talking about now, at least in Mexico. I am sure that also in other countries uh, that you celebrate Valentine's Day. So, at least in Mexico, that is the nowadays topic. That in a few days it will be February the 14th, Monday, and it's the Lovers' Day, something like that, or day of when we celebrate love. And so I want to share some poems with you. First, I want to read a poem by Edgar Allan Poe that is entitled Annabel Lee. I like very much the poetry of Edgar Allan Poe because it is like it has a very good rhythm that almost you can guess the correct pronunciation of the words. So it's very interesting. I invite you to look in the internet everywhere you can to look for poems by Edgar Allan Poe. He rather might be known as a storyteller, like one of the best short storyteller uh, writers that has ever existed. But he was also, and as far as I have read, he he was proud of looking himself as primarily as a poet rather than a storyteller. So I found this very exciting for me. And well, this is Annabel Lee, one of the poems by Edgar Allan Poe, and it goes like this. It was many and many years ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. I was a child, and she was a child, in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love. I and my Annabel Lee, with a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me. And this was the reason that, long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabel Lee, so that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels, not half so happy in heaven, went envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know, in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. For the moon never the beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And the stars never rise, but I see the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so all the night tide I lie down by the sea, by the I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride in her sepulchre, there by the sea, in her tomb by the side of the sea. Well, that was Annabel Lee poem by Edgar Allan Poe, and it is another one that is called a Valentine that is perfect for this love celebration also. So let's read it. There are some words that are not very common for for intermediate learners, but I invite you to look for these poems. They are easy to find. By Edgar Allan Poe, we have read Annabel Lee poem, and we are going to read a Valentine. So look for them, read them, and if you don't understand the word, look for it in the dictionary, or in your comments, you can also ask, what does that mean if you don't understand? Another tip, if you don't understand the word, is not to look for a Google translation. It's a better advice that you look for the word in an English dictionary. So you don't find the translation but the explanation, and that is a way that you can get more used to the vocabulary that you don't understand. You can find a wider group of semantic how do you say semantic fields or semantic groups of words, and so it's easier to remember a wider uh, range of vocabulary. All right, so this is the poem A Valentine by Edgar Allan Poe. For her these rhymes penned, whose luminous eyes, brightly expressive as the twins of Leda, shall find her own sweet name that nestling lies upon the page, enwrapped from every reader. Search narrowly the lines, they hold a treasure divine, a talisman, an amulet that must be worn at heart. Search well the measure, the words, the syllables. Do not forget the trivialest point, or you may lose your labor. And yet there is in this no Gordian knot, which one may not undo without the savor, if one could merely comprehend the plot, been written upon the leaf where now are peering eyes scintillating soul, there lies Perdius, three eloquent words oft uttered in the hearing of poets by poets, as the name is a poet's too, its letters, although natural lying, like the knight Pinto, Mendes Ferdinando, still form a synonym for truth. Cease trying, you will not read the riddle, though you do the best you can do. And this poem is kind of a game, and you are supposed to find some names hidden in the poem. Well, that's another task, another homework. That you look for this poem and solve the mystery. But well, now I'm gonna share a personal story with you. Um, I was invited by a poetess from from the Philippines to collaborate in a book of poems by written by her. And so I was like a guest writer in her book. And these are the poems that I sent her. I she chose from some of them, and they are published already. And the book is entitled The Fortress of My Soul. ¿Puedes poner la imagen, zombie? Dito, la de la cara. Bueno, ándale. That is the cover of the book. You can, I guess you can find it on Amazon and you can ask for it if you wish. And so I am very honored. Regresamos al archivo zombie. Gracias. And I'm gonna read you from here. Hope you like this, and I remember to you that you can also share your poems. Another task that you can assume or assign your students is to make transcripts of the poems presented in the past sessions by our friend poetess Lubayanja. Please write what you heard. And so I'm going to read. I'm going. Yeah, okay. I'm here. And while this is a ahí quédate en la imagen, Sammy, no cambies. I made in this poem that we're showing in an image like a forest. I made like a game word combining the word dawn with a darling. So I invented dawning. So my dawning, the midnight will see how deep are the dim roots, how light is a dream, and my journey's entangled to your tree. So there it is. Hope you like it. Gonna share it later in the English speakers page. Cuatro zombie. And so there are some short poems. They don't even have a title. And I'm gonna start to read. Whenever I hold your remembrance, I feel the denial of departure. In visions where both sides are facing, your essence I drew from your ghost. If you think of me, I'm awakened. Do not give oblivion my soul. And the next is the meaning of horizons is nearby to be lost. The sky passes unseen. Meanwhile the mist looks soft. Forebodings are the sunshine within a drop of rain. I've been so sad full night times, until you come to awake. 5. And there's a short, very short poem. Is it that I see you wherever I watch, and I got deep drowned in the light? Hasta las 7, zombie. 7, 7. And this poem, I tried to make it like a meme size, something like that. And it's also uh, influenced with Buddhist concepts. En la página 7 también la imagen. Mind enclosure, mild, mild enclosure, mindful springs. Try not to think. I close my eyes. Of the distance in between, touching and feeling. Is it disturbance, engraved delight? Are our smiles in contradiction with the sunsets? Why not to feel? It blows me up. You softly have my thoughts. Embrace me thin. La 8, zombie, por fin. This poem is I put it in another image, like to publish it for Facebook. It's all to see how petals of the night they wither pale under the glow from evocation. You know the night is you. You know I close the night's eyes. 9, zombie, por favor. And this next poem also I put it on an image. That is the advantage of making short verses, that you can mix it with an image. Try not to take images under copyright protection. And this poem goes like this. Our life is a lover that we learn to know. No welcome, no farewell can save us from charm. You came in one instant, we live all alone. No song, no howling can tell you my vows. La 10, zombie, por fin. And this next poem goes like this. Given such a loneliness inside out, my bent will about walking through my voice, trying to collide over the mountains. My city's frightening winds opened the door. My soul hearted in sweet passionate stories, from within its own dungeon tried to sing. My winged worth, rather broken, strived to follow the smiling dawn forecasted in a dream. La 11, porfi, zombie. Well, this is a poem a little longer. I'm your prince, my queen. I offer you my people yet to be, for they rise in tender flowers as they pray to be baptized. They wish only for your name, and I pour for only you their yearning into verses. Let's pollinate enchantments, being transparent and thriving. Come here, my sweet beloved. Let us give birth to dew. La 12 por si zombie. And this is a like a birthday poem. So it's like very personal. So mm, you don't have to be like the very famous poet. You you will always have to tell something to someone, and well, you can just put it down into words or just say it. So let's try. I will celebrate your birthday from your birthplace in my heart. For how long have you been there, you prophecy for songs? All time I have been singing my memories of you. The sea will cross together, my plea will get through you. The world that now awaits us, it's blessed since I met you. The world, for world, it was October, the 8th day of the month. For me, you are my songbird, my forest, and my moon. The promised shore I dream of, the sea foam you become. La 13 por si zombie. And well, I think this is one of my favorite ones. And I'm sure this was one of the chosen ones. And one of the one that was published in Philippines. Love is the book of life, as time is a lightning tree. The eyes of a wounded owl, what in the darkness they see, aforetime the voice of your behind the stars there is dusk. The sun does come from our passion. It's all written in our lips. Crows are driven to the gallows, and the morning's passed away, but you stay in my horizon, and I'm willing to be there. And 14 por ti. And well, this is also a long poem. This is not really about love, but maybe about friendship. And I'm gonna read it. Overseas, far away, another sky all new will be my land, and I will land my head against her breast, and I will rest my dreams before her eyes. All my dreams made their lives. They long forgot of me. I left their paths. I long have bid farewell, beloved sighs. My soil of birds no long. My. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start again. All my friends made their lives. They long forgot of me. I left their paths. I long have bid farewell, beloved sighs. My soil of birds no My soil of birds no fertile for my quest. Here I know only thorns, the hollow and dry skin of tired flights, and I have spells to give the rose of winds. My home is to be rich, there where horizon has found a way to bloom out from a song. I'm sorry if I if I made some mistakes on the reading. La 15 por ti, zombie. And again, there is a short poem. You were there in my dream, woke me up like the wind, the fantasies of language in your lips. ¿16 zombie por fin? And we have now this one, Stoke the Night. I put a title on this one, which is a normal recommendation that you put a title. I don't always do it, but you guys do the right thing. Put a title on your writings. Stoke the Night. Hand in hand by the warmth of our love, our bodies confused with the waves. My breath falls like breeze over you, who dissolve in a moan of hot sand. The seagulls are throbbing, elated, like metaphors of our winged flight, and diving in your flesh, outraged, is close to the ecstasy of sky. The sunset shall smile joy and pleasure, the wind might be fanning the flames. I'm craving for you within my dreams. Embrace me in the night like a breath. 17 zombie por aquí. And well, we have this one. It was inspired in an image with a frog on a leaf, uh, jumping uh, like on a lake or something like that. And it goes like this. It doesn't have title. It should have, but let's read it anyway. Thoughts I have oppressed upon a page. It all might happen. Just like drops slip over frog, earless and quiet. Bestow in blank to me. It all might happen. Also, like in a white page, anything can be written. Also in a story, anything can happen. ¿Se puede regresar a la una por favor, zombie? A la página 1. And when we have some other few poems by here. Willows know when they caress over the waters, the wild thirst satisfaction of the roots, the gentle soft detachment of the leaves. There is a next one. Horizons fill the distance among anything there is. The dawns that are untouched, the dawns who are unseen. Awaken is the midnight in a cold breath on the lips. There are night blades, there are night sighs, dancing matches in a thrill. En la página 2, zombie, antes de en la página 2, en el segundo poema, Free from Believers. Gracias. Free from beliefs, I smell after incense. The faraway fills me, the timeless I taste. free from expectations. The impossible awaits me. What a whisper is a lighthouse that a presence comes to break. In rituals of my own, I picture, after silence, the losing magic touch of awareness. That's also like Buddhist influenced. Well, I hope that you have liked these poems. I haven't had a book of this myself. It's quite a distance for shipping, but I guess it's worth it. And I'm very grateful to uh, Gracia Gernal, Asian poet, for her kindness. I hope she give us some interview, or she sent us some videos of her, so we can meet her. You can meet her because I already have, and you can also enjoy her beautiful poems in her own voice. That would be great. I obviously have made some mistakes, but uh, fortunately, I could present them for you in the screen. And well, now I would like to read you another poem by Edgar Allan Poe. Let me choose one because they are very very pretty. These poems. They have like, I don't know, like they are like gloomy, like his tales, but also very tender at the same time. This poem by Edgar Allan Poe is entitled "Song." I saw thee on thy bridal day, when a burning blush came over thee. Though happiness around thee lay, the world all love before thee, and in thine eyes a kindling light, whatever it might be, was all on earth my aching sight of loveliness could see. That blush, perhaps, was maiden shame, as such it well may pass, though its glow hath raised a fiercer flame in the breast of him, alas, who saw thee, who saw thee on that bridal day, when that deep blush would came over thee, though happiness around thee lay, the world all love before thee. Yeah, it's beautiful. So I read Song by Edgar Allan Poe. Look for it, enjoy it, enjoy it also at your own pace, and try to see how much did I did wrong pronouncing, and let's just try to practice. Let's keep on practicing. So this poem is Romance by Edgar Allan Poe. Zombie, si quieres, en vez del Word, pon la imagen, por fin, gracias. Romance by Edgar Allan Poe. Romance, who loves to nod and sing, with rosy head and folded wing, among the green leaves as they shake, far down within some shawty lake. To me a painted paroquet hath been a most familiar birth, taught me my alphabet to say, to lisp my very earliest worth, while in the wildwood I did lie, a child, with the most knowing eye of late eternal condor years, so shake the very heaven on high with tumult as they thunder by. I have no time for ill cares, though gazing on the unquiet sky, and when an hour with calmer wings its its down upon my spirit flings, that little time with lyre and rhyme to while away forbidden things, my heart would feel to be a crime unless it trembled with the strings. Oh, that's very touching, my God. Look at this. My heart would feel to be a crime unless it trembled with the strings. That's really strong. Okay, well, I keep on inviting you to share your stuff, to talk about you. It doesn't have to be an artwork that you present, not necessarily. We just want to hear you. We just want to practice speaking and listening. At least, at least, at least 1 day a week. All right. Well, I was looking if I could read some other poem, but the most of them are a little longer, so that would take like half an hour. Obviously, the Raven poem is astonishing. You should always look for it. And well, I'm gonna read one more. This is entitled "To My Mother." To My Mother by Edgar Allan Poe. Remember, you can look for it on the internet. These poems are easy to find. If you don't find them, tell us. We can share it on the comments, and it will help us to practice and well, obviously to learn some vocabulary also. To my mother, because I feel that in the heavens above, the angels, whispering to one another, can find among their burning terms of love none so devotional as that of mother. Therefore, by that dear name I long have called you, you who are more than mother unto me, and fill my heart of hearts where death installed you, in setting my Virginia's spirit free, my mother, my own mother, who died early, was but the mother of myself, but you are mother to the one I loved so dearly, and thus are dearer than the mother I knew, by that infinity with which my wife was dearer to my soul than its soul life. And well, this poem was written in 1849, and here I have a note that this poem was addressed to Edgar Allan Poe's mother-in-law, whose name was Mrs. Clemma. Oh, that's very tender also. Let's read it again just one more time. To My Mother by Edgar Allan Poe. Because I feel that in the heavens above, the angels, whispering to one